Bonjour classe, aujourd'hui on va parler de chapitre 3.2. We're still talking about school in la rentrée, that back to school season. However, now we're going to be talking about things for la rentrée, specifically shopping, and then also we're finally going to get to our colors today. D'accord, répétez-moi. We're going to start off with two vocabulary expressions. I'm going to start off with the first one now. Je voudrais, répétez-moi, je voudrais means I would like. And then here's all of our masculine objects. Répétez-moi, en t-shirt, en magazine, en bracelet, en sweatshirt, or en sweat, en pool, en CD, or en disque compact, which if you didn't know, even in English, CD is a compact disc, so it makes sense. En CD or en disque compact. Répétez-moi, en jean, en roman. This is a novel. We had book in the last chapter. This is a novel now. Répétez-moi, en portefeuille, en ordinateur, en dictionnaire. And then going back up to the top of your note sheet where I have those expressions, this is our second expression. I would like to buy. Répétez-moi, je voudrais acheter une radio, une montre, une télévision, or une télé, les baskets, and une cassette. I try to keep this vocabulary close to what you're going to be actually using in France, and I know that nobody uses cassettes anymore, but it's going to appear in our homework, and I could not get rid of it, so je suis désolé. I'm so sorry. All right, if you are just taking notes on the vocabulary, you can stop here. If you're taking adjective and color notes, this is where you should pick up. We're going to start off with les couleurs, the colors. So I've divided each of these, and we'll talk about why later into their own little sections. However, I've given you both the masculine singular and the feminine singular of each of these. If that doesn't make sense to you, again, we're going to talk about that in just a little bit. Répétez-moi, rouge, rouge, jaune, jaune, rose, rose, marron, marron, orange, orange, vert, vert. Now you may be saying, why is there a little asterisk here? I'm trying to get you to remember that the pronunciation changes for this one in between the masculine singular and the feminine singular. All of these over here, marron, marron, orange, orange, they don't change pronunciation. However, these coupled with the asterisk, they do. That adding that extra letter or that extra couple letters changes the pronunciation between them. For example, vert, vert. I don't hear the T over here, but I do over here. Bleu, bleu. No pronunciation change right there. Cri, crise. I don't hear that S sound here, but I do over here. Cri, crise. Noir, noir. No pronunciation change there. Blanc, blanche. Ending in a nasolated N right here, and then ending in that CH sound over here. Blanc, blanche. Violet, violette. I don't hear the T sound over here, but I do over here. All right, so let's take our adjective notes. What do adjectives do? Well, adjectives describe nouns. So we know what a noun is. It's a person, place, thing, or idea. And an adjective, all that an adjective does is it describes a noun. It gives you some more information about that noun. For example, red, blue, great, good, so on and so forth. The red book. It's not just any old book. It's the red book. Red is describing that noun. All right, in French, adjectives go after the noun, unless you're otherwise told. So in French, our adjectives go after the noun, which is not the same that we do in English. Most of our adjectives in English actually go before the noun. For example, the blue notebook. I have a blue notebook. Blue is our adjective here. Notebook is our noun. However, we switch the order in French. Notebook comes first and blue comes afterward. J'ai un cahier bleu. I like the red purse. Red is our adjective. Purse is our noun. J'aime le sac rouge. Our noun comes first and then our adjective. In French, most adjectives agree in number and gender with the nouns that it is described with the noun that it is describing. Excuse me. Again, there's only a few exceptions to this rule. There are usually 4 different forms of one adjective because it agrees with number and gender with the noun that it's describing. So there's a masculine singular, a feminine singular, a masculine plural, and a feminine plural. We often memorize the masculine singular form of the adjective, and then we have to add some endings to make it feminine singular, masculine plural, or feminine plural. So we memorize the masculine form of the adjective. Then to make the adjective feminine singular, we add an E. To make an adjective masculine plural, we add an S. To make an adjective feminine plural, we add an ES. So let's take a look at an example of this. I like the black folder. We learned, I believe it was in chapter 3.1, that folder is un cahier, masculine singular. We're only talking about one folder, so it is singular here. So our masculine singular, we already have it memorized. Noir. J'aime le cahier noir. I like the black radio. We learned in this étape une radio. It's feminine. We're only talking about one radio, so we know it's singular. So we have to add that E to our adjective. J'aime la radio noire. I like the black sweaters. We learned in this étape that it is ampoule, so masculine. We're talking about more than one sweater here, sweaters. So we have to add that masculine plural ending, which is just an S. J'aime les poules noires. I like the black sneakers. We learned in this étape, les baskets is feminine. We were talking about more than one sneaker here. Sneakers. So we have to make it agree feminine plural. We add that es. J'aime les baskets noires. If the masculine singular adjective, let's talk about some exceptions, sorry. If the masculine singular adjective already ends in an E, you don't need to double up that E to make it feminine. For example, the red book, le livre rouge. Masculine singular right here already ends in an E. The red watch, la montre rouge. To make it feminine, we don't need to add an extra E. We just keep it the same, rouge. So let's go back a couple slides to our colors. That's why I've put these off to the side. All of these already end in E in the masculine singular form. All of these already end in E. So these are ones that we don't need to add an extra E to make it feminine. Another exception, if the masculine singular adjective ends in an S, similarly, we do not have to double up the S to make it plural. For example, the gray book, just one book, le livre gris. This masculine singular adjective already ends in an S over here. So we don't need to add another S to make it masculine plural. The gray books, les livres gris. We don't double up that S. There are also a few adjectives that never, ever, ever agree. Never, ever, ever. We're going to learn 5 of them. We have 3 short S adjectives: super, snob, sympa. And then we have our Cleveland Brown colors, orange and marron. Which again, if we go back a couple slides, this is why I have these separated and why I have, what other exception did we talk about? Well, the ones ending in S. So I'm telling you here that you need to add the E here, but like for this one, we don't need to add the S. So again, I have orange and marron off to the side because they never change. 4, there are some with irregular forms that we just have to memorize them, the irregular feminine form. For now, we're only going to learn 2 of them. There are 2 colors that have irregular feminine forms, purple and white. So instead of just adding an E to make it feminine singular, for violet, we have to add a TE, double up that T, and then add an E. And for white, blanc, we add an HE, blanc, blanche. Which, again, if we go back a couple slides, is why I have them down here separated out. All right, that is the end of the adjective and color notes. If you're here to take notes on this, that, these, and those, you should be starting here. In French, there's no difference between the words this and that. However, there are different forms depending on if the noun is masculine or feminine, or if that word that is pointing out begins with a vowel. So, this and that, if the noun that this word is pointing out, this book, this sweater, so on and so forth, if that book or if that sweater is masculine singular, we say ce. If the noun is masculine singular but starts with a vowel, we say set. And if the noun is feminine singular, we say set. So again, no pronunciation change between these two, but spelling, there is a difference. So, set, set. This t-shirt is cool. Masculine singular, t-shirt. Ce t-shirt est cool. This computer is cool. Masculine singular, the word computer, ordinateur. However, ordinateur starts with a vowel. That O there, A-E-I-O-U. So we unlock that secret form, C-E-T. Cet ordinateur est cool. This watch is cool. Feminine singular. Watch, montre, cette montre est cool. Ce t-shirt est cool. Cet ordinateur est cool. Cette montre est cool. And the only reason why we have this secret form is because, remember, we aren't allowed to, in French, have those 2 vowel sounds next to each other. So if we had this masculine singular here, ce ordinateur, we have to take that pause, and the French don't like taking those pauses when they're speaking. So we unlock the secret form, we add a little T in there. Cet ordinateur est cool. Also, just for your information, this could also be translated as that. That t-shirt is cool. That computer is cool. That watch is cool. As for these and those in French, again, there's no difference between the words these and those. When plural, there's also no difference if the noun that it's pointing out is masculine or feminine. We only have one plural form. These and those is say. Say. I like these radios. Feminine. Plural right here, radios. J'aime ces radios. If it was a masculine plural, I like those sweaters. J'aime ces, again, pool. We don't change. There's no difference if the word's masculine or feminine. It is always going to be say if it's plural. And again, these could be translated as those. I like those radios. All right, that is all that I have for you today. I hope this video lesson helped you. Au revoir, à bientôt.